Hey everybody, Sean from Legacy Event Group here. Going to do a little bit of a live stream just to talk about some of the questions that we've had regarding our streaming service. We've been doing a lot of streams recently at different venues. It's working out great. Little backstory here. We don't normally do live streams like this, but I thought, what the hey, we're obviously trying to respect social distancing as much as we can. So we're working from home a lot still, and I'm at my home office. Not having a very good eyeball day. My eyeballs are leaking. So sorry for that on the padding. And also I am in need of a haircut like crazy. Not used to the long hair, and Ashley, as soon as the barbershop opens, I'm going to be contacting you because the long hair is really getting on my nerves. But back to the live streaming. I just want to answer some of our frequently asked questions. We're promoting the service now, so there are a lot of people that are asking questions, and I kind of just wanted to get out there. If there's a question that you have, lay it down in the chat. Like I said, we didn't actually schedule this live stream or anything. Literally just hit the record button, and we're sending it out to all of our live stream platforms, or the ones that we're using right now. But if there's a question or something you got, just put it down in the chat. If I'm on, I'll answer it. If not, we'll get back to you later. Speaking of live streaming, we're going to be doing some more live streaming here coming up in the next few days. Thursday, we're going to be live streaming a DJ set for DJ Chris Lutz. And then we're going to be, I'm going to hold off on the other one because I'm not sure if Mike approved the other one on Thursday. But we may be doing two on Thursday, and we're going to be doing the Richard Lynch Band on Friday. We're live streaming that also. So the live streaming service is not just for weddings, not just for events, not just for corporate. It's really for anything that you want to get out there and allow the public to see. And that brings us to the first question that we get a lot, which is, what is live streaming? So there is misconception sometimes that live streaming is sending things to like a Facebook group or Zoom or Google Meet or something like that. Streaming is a little bit different, and it brings us into the question of the platforms that we use, and the pros and cons of each platform that we stream out to. So the live streaming service, in a nutshell, is recording the live event via multiple cameras is how we do it, but you can do just one, and sending that stream out to many different platforms, some that you can interact with via comments, but it's not a two-way street when it comes to other people joining and asking questions and things like that. So this is a little bit different in that the idea here is that the person on the other end, the person viewing the live stream, would just be enjoying the show, for lack of a better term. So they wouldn't be actually engaging more than they would just be watching and enjoying. Now, we have the ability to engage, and one of the things that we are including is the ability to contact us if there is a question about the live stream. So we understand that technology is technology. We want to make sure that whatever we are live streaming is making it out to the guests. So the way that our live stream works is, excuse me, I apologize again for the leaky eye. We have a link on our website at the very bottom that says event streams. So when you go to that event stream tab on our website, you will have a live streaming box up there embedded into our website. Any streams, any services that allow embedding, we have links on our website that embed the stream. But we also have external links that you can click on to be able to see the stream also. So, for instance, internally, right now, we have the stream itself, the main stream that comes from Restream. We have Twitch, we have YouTube, And I think that's it for now. Yeah, that's it for now. So we have an internal stream, we have Restream, which those are both internal to us. And then we have Twitch and YouTube that are embedded into our site. So you can go to legacyeventgroup.com. You can click on the link at the bottom that is for Twitch, and you can watch a Twitch stream of the event inside our website. But you can also click on the external links. Now, the reason for this main page on our website is so when you allow everyone to see your event and you say we're going to have an event and Legacy is going to be broadcasting it, they can go to one website and be able to get multiple options of how to view the stream. Now, why is that important? Well, it's important because based on the platform that it's on, the options and restrictions inside that platform, how familiar the person is with that platform, all of these play a part when it comes to the stream that you're getting access to the stream. So each one of them is going to have their own little ins and outs when it comes to the reason that one may work or not work for that stream. Facebook sometimes doesn't like individual songs. If the song in YouTube is kind of like that too, but there are ones out there that are less strict about that. So if, let's say, we're doing a ceremony and the song that comes on is a song that Facebook doesn't like, well, they could stop the stream and we would never know, because you don't really get a lot of indication that the stream's been stopped for copyright and things like that. So if that happens and we are live, the idea is that whoever is viewing it still has access to that main page. And if Facebook stream goes down, they can go to a different stream. They can go to Twitch or to DLive or to Periscope or something like that, which is, they are not as apt to end a stream simply because of the song that's being played in the background. So that's the reason why. And some people will ask us, why don't we just do it to the individual's Facebook page? Well, at that point, there are certain platforms, again, that are better designed for streaming. Twitch is probably the best when it comes to just an open platform. DLive is great also. Just an open platform that allows you to stream to that platform, and you don't have to be logged in, or you don't have to be a friend, or you don't have to be someone special to be able to see that stream, to see that event. Facebook, sometimes if we are streaming to Facebook and it's not our Facebook, or it's not something that's specifically set up to be able to be viewed to everyone, there are restrictions as far as who can see it. If you are a friend, if you are a friend of a friend, if you are blocked by this person, if this person blocked this person. So all of that comes into play when we talk about streaming and what the live streaming service actually is. So again, to shore that up, the live streaming service is the sending out of a live event to many different platforms, most of them geared towards specifically just viewing the event and not directly interacting with someone. Understanding that if they were interacting with someone, it would be our operator, which unfortunately would not know grandma, grandpa, and things like that. So, but we also have the ability to be able to help grandma and grandpa if they do log on and they're having trouble with the stream. They can be able to contact us or be able to say, I'm having trouble with this. I don't know how to get on. I'm not being able to see it, things like that. So we are going to help them at that time, because that's the important part. The important part is that they're able to see it at that time. And so, again, if you have any questions or anything, put it down in the chat. Contact us, text us, email us, whatever. We are going to make a more streamlined video of this, the services and things like that. But again, I was sitting here in front of the computer, thought I'd just do a live stream and talk about it and kind of go over some of the questions we have. So one of the other questions that we have is, what is the service? What does our service provide? In contrast to, anyone can live stream. You can pick up your phone and go on Facebook Live at any time. So how does ours differ from that? So we don't actually offer a service to just do one stream, one camera, for lack of a better term. Our outlook on it is that if that's something that you want to do, that's something that you could do yourself, and we'll be happy to help you with that. If that's all that you're looking for, we will be happy to help with the expertise that we have found in the arena of live streaming to help you get that out, and that's something that you can do yourself. Our service is a little different in that we are working with multiple cameras, and then there is a switcher, a person, an operator that's behind the switchboard that is changing the camera angles as the stream is going on, as the event is happening live. So if you were to picture this not at a wedding, at like an event, maybe someone is speaking at an event, a graduation, something like that. If you could picture a graduation, you can picture one camera being on the person that's at the podium speaking, another camera viewing the graduates, the people that are graduating, and another camera looking at the guests and the family and things like that, and then maybe one wide one that kind of showed everyone on the stage or the people behind them that were getting ready to speak or something like that. During the graduation, we would be changing the camera depending on what was said. So let's say that the person behind the podium says something funny. What the person that is watching is going to see is that camera then switch to someone in the audience, whether it be a family member or a graduate, kind of laughing and, the interaction that they're going to have. And then we may switch back to the person that's speaking. And then we maybe go to the wide angle when the caps go up in the air, unless you have decorated your cap, because I know if you've decorated your cap and put the time into it, tossing it up and finding it afterwards is kind of difficult. But what I'm saying is it's not just one stationary camera that our service includes. It's that switching, that changing, that constantly making sure that the person that is watching the stream is watching the most important part of the event. The other thing that the stream provides, that our service provides in contrast to just a phone, is the audio. So anyone who does video knows that audio is one of the things that makes a video better. We have the ability with our audio to have lapel microphones on the people who are speaking, handheld microphones for people who are speaking, even shotgun microphones and things like that on our cameras that are higher quality than just the phone. And we have the person that's doing the switching of the camera will also be doing the switching of the audio. And this would be important if there was we were at a ceremony and we had the officiant speaking and then someone was to do a reading, and the reading would be off to the side with a microphone on a stand. Well, the lapel microphone that's on the officiant is picking up great and clear audio from the officiant, but that's not going to work for the person that's over there on the stand doing the reading. So we would switch to make that microphone live. Again, having the clearest audio for the stream, and it doesn't matter where the video is switching to. This is the beauty of the operator that's making those changes. The audio could still be at the officiant. The audio could still be at the person reading. Let's say that the reading was about a grandparent or the relationship of a grandparent to the couple. We could have the audio of the person that was speaking and then the video of the reaction of the grandparent. And this is all happening live. So the person that's doing the operation as far as the switching will be making those changes live. So the person that is viewing it through the stream is going to see a nice smooth transition, almost production quality. I shudder to say production quality all the time because we are doing it live. And so as good as we are, there are going to be those times where a switch may happen a couple seconds late or something like that. So the live production is going to be not as polished as something that is post-produced. But I get into that in a second when I talk about some of our partners. But this is the service that Legacy would provide, multiple cameras. Now, how many cameras we provide to be able to get that stream and to get those things switching often, it depends on the package that you choose. So our suggestion is going to be at least 2 live cameras that are moving around professional video cameras, and then maybe 2 room cameras, 2 room fill cameras, whether that be a GoPro or one of our wide angle phones, something just to capture the entire room. So that's our suggestion. Now we are going to provide packages all the way up to 4 live cameras, maybe down to 1 live camera. We haven't really talked about that, but that would be, again, 1 live camera and then multiple stationary cameras, depending on the situation. If it was someone speaking, doing a speaking engagement, and there was like a podium that was there for questions, then that may be something that we would be okay with just providing 1 live camera, which would be for the audience and things like that, and 2 stationary, 1 pointing towards the podium and 1 pointing towards the question area. So as you can see, there's so many different things that we can do with this live streaming and the capabilities here. We just want to make sure that it's something that the client is looking for and it produces the end result that the client would like. Going into the amount of cameras that we have takes us into one of the other questions that we're receiving often, and that is how many people are going to be at the event. Now, I believe this is more relevant right now because of COVID-19 and because of some of the restrictions that's being placed on the amount of people that can be in a group. The understanding of our reading of the rules is that as long as social distancing is adhered to, the amount of people is not limited because it is a wedding ceremony right now. And then all other events would be affected, including receptions. When that will be released, I don't know. Changes day to day. May have already changed. Again, if I'm wrong, correct me in the comments below. But that's our understanding, is that it is it does not apply to ceremonies. And so we have had a little bit of pushback for people who may not have understood that, or some people just want to just only have 10 people there for respect out of the others that are coming. So, but the amount of people is going to depend on the package that you choose. Now, again, our suggestion is going to be at least 2 cameras, 2 moving cameras, and then 1 operator, and then 1 person that's there for the production. So the switching of cameras, the radio, and kind of the overarching director, if you will. So at minimum, with 2 live cameras, our package would include 3 people. 1 doing the camera switching, and then the 2 live operators. Most of the time it will be 4 people, 1 person directing, 1 person switching, and the 2 live camera operators. So it's going to depend on the package that you choose. If you choose something with 4 cameras, then we definitely need the person who is going to be doing the directing, 4 camera operators, and then 1 switch. So we could have up to 6. And we could have a little bit more, actually, depending on the production, depending on what is entailed into the event. But we're sticking with probably 3 right now for the events that we're doing. So pricing and packaging is something that rolls in well to how many people and the services and everything. And the pricing and packaging takes us into another question, which is the difference between what Legacy Event Group offers and what a videographer would offer. So we are partnering with Agape Media on adding the videographer part of live streaming. Now, it's very possible to have an event group that does live streaming and videography, and it's very possible to have a videographer that does live streaming and videography. So there is a possibility that companies would be able to do both. We are not set up like that. We cherish our relationship that we have with our other vendors, and we feel that if you are a professional in that area and the professionalism is there because of the years you have spent, the things that you have done, the focus you have had on that specific discipline. So our packages for live streaming are designed for live streaming with the cameras, with the people, with our expertise. It is not designed to replace a videographer, and the fact that a videographer is going to use specific equipment for videography, post-production, things like that. To kind of get into one of the things that is different, our system is going to use camcorders with the ability to run longer, to zoom, to have more storage. They're more suited for a general event streaming, in that we could be doing a graduation, we could be doing a funeral, we could be doing a private event, a concert, a wedding. We could be doing a lot of different things, and the ability to be able to have our cameras on for a long period of time and to zoom in and things like that are not unique to a camcorder, but are best suited for a camcorder. Most videographers are going to be using a DSLR mirrorless camera. There are a lot of benefits to those cameras when it comes to higher clarity, but the higher clarity comes with switching lenses out more often and having a specific lens for certain things, switching batteries out, switching media out as far as the media cards and stuff like that. So there are a lot of things that have to happen for that videographer to be able to capture in that higher quality. And it's all because they are mostly concerned with post-production, with the end result, with the product that you get at the end of your event. We are not concerned about that. Now, we are going to provide you with the media from all 4 cameras. Let's assume that you had a 4-camera package, even if some of them are stationary. All 4 cameras, you're going to get the stream from that camera the entire time. It's going to be from a high quality capture device, whether that be a GoPro or one of our camcorders. Our camcorders are prosumer camcorders, so they are not like the cinema camcorders that are captured, that are used by movie production and things like that, but they are also not, a camcorder that you go buy from Best Buy. So they are prosumer in that they are of high quality, but they're designed for streaming and for capturing and projecting on screens in events and things like that. They're not designed specifically for post-production. There are a lot of videographers that use them for post-production. I'm not saying that you can't. I'm just saying that most of the time they don't. So Agape Media is going to insert what we would not, because we know our place in this. They're going to insert the professional product at the end, the professional videographers, if that's something that you're looking for. And so you can get a package that says, I would like to stream this out to multiple platforms, but I would also like a product at the end of my ceremony, of the graduation, of whatever event it happens to be. And that is something that we partner with Agape on. So while you can have a company that does both, we do not do both. And we want to make sure that everybody is aware that if you want a product at the end, a post product that is going to be professionally done, we are going to do our very best live to be able to make sure that this is all, as perfect as it can be. But in the end, there is nothing like post-production. There's nothing like the ability to go back and say, this camera did not capture what I want. I'm going to voice over with this camera. That's something that has to be done at the end. And adding the ability to do that is something that a professional videographer is best at. So our pricing and packages and everything are going to be based off of the ability to be able to provide the streaming as a more basic package, and then provide streaming and a professional videographer at the event, and then a post product afterwards, a product or a video of the event. So, and you have the ability to have, like short videos, long videos. There's a lot of things that you can do in post. Those are going to be the packages that we're going to offer. So I'm not going to talk about prices right now. We are offering some discounts right now because of the hardships that people are individually having, the people that are choosing right now to have their event and maybe have a party later on. we understand that. We want to work with you on that. So the prices right now are a little bit better, and that's why I'm not going to talk about prices, because this video will be on there forever. So, but we have packages available for almost anything, and we're going to work with you based on what you're looking to do. But that's where pricing and packages and stuff lie, is in streaming it, which what Legacy would do, streaming it with a product, and that's where Legacy and Agape Media would join and to provide that for you. So the next question that we're often asked, and this we're getting a great response from people when we do ask them about this service, or kind of let them know that the service is available, but it's why. You know, you're an event company. We primarily do the entertainment portions of things, and where does live streaming fit into this? Well, there's two things I'll say to that. One would be live streaming is a technology that some videographers are not necessarily focused on, because, as I said before, videographers are going to give you that post product, and the things that have to happen in an event to be able to live stream is not necessarily the same thing. It's not to say that no videographers are doing this. I'm sure many are, but there is a lot of back end stuff that has to happen at the same time that the event is being captured that the videographers may not be prepared for. And we're going all the way up from the hardware that makes this happen, to the software that makes this happen, to the connection to the network that makes this happen, to the connection to the internet that makes this happen. So there are a lot of pieces to this puzzle. And when it comes to technology, I just want to mention that this is two different tissues. I'm not wiping my nose with my eyeball thing. So if mom's watching, these are two different technologies that Legacy Event Group is going to provide the technology back end for a lot of things that we do not do on the post side. And so it's the same thing when we work with like BLC lighting and things like that. There are a lot of things that they do that we don't do. And so we work together to be able to make sure that the event has everything that it needs. And this is another example of that. But other than the partnership and, you know, the technology that we provide that supports this, we're not really certain what's going to happen. We understand that COVID-19 has affected things and will continue to affect things on into the future. How much it affects, we have no idea. Whether it has a resurgence, we have no idea. You know, there are so many unknowns right now. And I had a client contact me a couple of days ago and asked me about what my feelings were about an event that was in October. And for the video, it's May in this video. And I couldn't really I couldn't positively answer her that everything was going to be back to normal again. And that's an uncertain thing, I know, for a lot of people who are having events. We are fairly confident that events are going to be able to be held, but with social distancing probably still in there someplace, how are they going to be held? You know, if you're having 100 people at an event and the event hall held 150 people, but due to COVID, you had to have tables so far apart. So now you have people in another room. What does that mean for those people in the other room? When it comes to the dance floor, what's going to happen? We don't really know. We're in an uncertain time, just like everybody else. We can give you our opinions, but in the end, the reason why we are doing this live stream is because of so much uncertainty, and we want to be able to provide a service that will allow everyone to still stay connected. So those people in the other room, and I gave that example as far as maybe not having everybody in the same room now. If we have to move people to a room that is connected, but you can't see, and we can't have everyone group into the same area, then we can live stream it. We can live stream it and have a projector in that room or a screen in that room. And even though they can't be in the room when the first dance happens, when the toast happens, or anything like that. Because of the amount of people that can't be in that room, they can still be a part of it, and they can still walk in there and still greet the guests. Greet the couple later on at a minimum of 6 feet. So these are all options that we want to provide. I also have people in my family that are high risk. My daughter will continue to be high risk for a very long time. And when it comes to people like her that still want to be a part of an event, live streaming gives them that option. So let's say that most of the world gets back to normal, but we still haven't come up with a solution to COVID-19. Even when most is well, there will still be those high-risk individuals or people that are economically hit because of COVID-19 that can't afford the plane ticket and things like that. Live streaming gives us the ability to include these people into the event. It gives us the ability to make sure that everyone can be a part of the event regardless of what it is. So that's the why of the live streaming. And the worst that could happen is that they come up with a solution and everything gets better, and still the people that are on the opposite side of the planet or the opposite side of the states, if they want to be a part of the event and can't, we can still live stream a huge party and a packed dance floor. There's no downside to the streaming service. But we understand that it's going to continue to be something that we're all going to struggle with. So live streaming is a perfect option to be able to allow everyone to be involved. I think that's it. I think I have gone through all of the major questions and things like that. We are going to, like I said, do some more of these. I may just flip on the camera and start streaming. I want to be able to answer all of the questions that are important in this time. And we're going to be doing, like I said, another live stream on Thursday and another one on Friday. And so we're going to be going live on all of our platforms again on those days. We're going to be continuing to do multiple event tests and things like that also. Venue tests and things like that also. Again, if you are getting married at a location and you would like to look into our live streaming service, we do need to check the venue out before we will approve a live streaming option at the event. This has a lot to do with the network of the venue. Excuse me. We also have many options as far as backups go that we've implemented in these times to make sure that we can still do most locations, but we still want to check the venue to make sure that it's something that we can confidently offer. And so if you have any questions, you can ask us in the chat. You can text us, email us. If you want to kind of look at things, if you're interested in the live streaming option and you kind of want to look at things, go over to legacyeventgroup.com. Like I said, at the very bottom, you're going to see a link that says event streams, and you can click on that event streams and you'll kind of get a feel for how we have this set up. We are going to include a frequently asked questions area to this main page as we get more questions in, and some troubleshooting topics also. But the main page here, the idea is that it goes out to multiple places. And if someone is watching and one stream happens to go down, they can immediately go back and go to another stream. And please understand that if a stream goes down, that does not mean that it's something that we did. We are streaming on other people's platforms. So there is a lot of technology that's involved in making this happen. And sometimes a stream goes down for many reasons that are outside of our control. That's why it's so important to make sure that we have multiple options there. Now, if it's something that you're looking for privacy, we understand that events like funerals and things like that are something that we don't want to send out to multiple streams. We do have privacy options as far as internal links, custom-made links that we can create that we can also send to anyone that you would like to be involved in those events. So we do have a privacy option, but for most events, we would suggest sending it out to multiple platforms for the accessibility of the event. All right, I think that's it. I have rambled long enough. Like I said, if you have any questions, let us know. Again, my name is Sean from Legacy Event Group. This is going to be on All the Right Tunes site also. If you weren't aware, All the Right Tunes is now Legacy Event Group. Still the same great people, same great company. Everything is the same. We're just rebranding ourselves to do some exciting things like this that we have the ability to do as an event group and multiple things inside rather than just DJing. So, all right. We'll talk to you guys soon and see you on the live stream Thursday. I think around 5 o'clock we're going to be going live. So we'll put some stuff out about that. All right. Thanks.